Hey gang, I wanted to tell you that Robbie the robot came to my school when I was in elementary school. But enough about that. I wanted to talk about 5 ways to reinvent yourself. I decided that I wanted to change a few things about me, and there's one really big thing that I'm going to be doing. So I wanted to kind of look back and talk about ways that we sometimes cause ourselves to feel as though we're failing. And so I used the article by Susan Armstrong, and here are a few things that she says that we can do that we need to think about in order to reinvent ourselves. One of them is that we need to think about how we allow messages from the past to control our thinking. One of the things that she says is every negative message impacts on our self-image as surely as distortions accumulate in a mirror. We see those things. When people say it, we're going to see it. So we have to not pay attention to those things. When someone's telling you that you're a failure, that you're not going to be worth anything, let it go. As they say, run off your back. Because if you allow what they say to affect you, it's going to control you. Another thing is that we need to control how people treat us. And it's not so much control as it is to teach them. Sometimes we don't realize that we're allowing people to treat us badly until we suddenly feel horrible. We have to make sure that we are receiving the respect that we give in turn. And sometimes it's going to be a boss or a colleague or even a spouse who can treat you a certain way and make you feel horrible. You have to tell that person what they're doing, how they're making you feel. Take control. Another thing is we measure our insides against other people's outsides. There are a lot of people who look like they are carrying themselves well, they're happy, they make a lot of money, but they may go home to an empty house. They could have an eating disorder. They could have a health problem that is not visible to you. Never compare what you have going on in your life to someone else's. Something else that we do is we allow other people to think for us. We need to do our own thinking. Other people's thoughts might be nice to hear, but you don't need what they're saying. You need to pay attention to yours. Make sure that you have enough positive information and allow yourself to open a door that can get you to where you want to be. No one else can do that for you. Another thing that is so strong is that we allow ourselves to fail. And when I say that, we are our own saboteurs. He is so hot. I'd love him. But anyway, we stand in our own way. And there's one line that she says in this article, fear is a powerful emotion, and that years of negative thoughts and beliefs create performance patterns that are sometimes hard to break. That's why we need to look at the habits that we've made, that we've been living with. Change has to start with action. If you decide that you're doing something that you don't like, don't continue to do it. Failure is doing the same thing over and over and over, knowing that you're getting the same negative response, and yet you do it again. You have to actually pull your way out of the low self-esteem and project within yourself outward the person that you want to be. It's not pretending. It's actually trying to be what you want to be. And after so long, you won't have to project it. It'll be natural. You'll be doing it all the time without thinking about it, being stronger, being the person you wish to be. If you continue to allow fear to control you, you will never get what you need, you'll never get what you want, and you'll never be happy. You'll be that same old robotic self. You need to give yourself a reboot. Change the programming. Do what you know is best for you. It's difficult, and it starts with conquering the habits, but you can do it, and I know I can too. We're going to do it together. So on that note, I hope that you're going to be happy, and I hope you're going to be healthy, and I will see you next week.